and sometimes 3, from a YouTube online auction. Most of them are auctions. Some of them are sales, in that they do buy it now instead of people bidding. Every time that I went on, I went ahead and just did, I priced my items and did buy it now. So I didn't technically do an auction, even though there were people there, other sellers auctioning. But I was strictly buy it now sales. And I only did that, oh, I don't know, half a dozen times. I felt like I was just having a yard sale. Good morning, TJ. How you doing today? TJ's our little daredevil. He in the drone community, and he'll do stuff like fly through signs, between the signs, and through his legs, and around a racetrack. And it's just very fast paced and like, oh gosh, roller coaster like in a way. But good morning, TJ. TJ and I both live in Florida, far different parts of Florida, far away from each other, but still, that whole Florida life thing is a thing. I've had some weird things happen around here, TJ. Oh, yeah, I'll never stop. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to blush. Blushing's not that. It pumps up the endorphins. It gets you going. I won't say it's better than coffee, but it's helpful to live and occasionally blush. I'm gonna rearrange some things down here under the table on my live. I probably shouldn't do that, but um, I'm always getting ready for the next thing. I'm so busy. I wasn't able to go live the last 2 days because I'm busy. You reckon so? Anyway, I do these lives and I do meetings Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday evening. So twice on Sunday. I should say Wednesday, Saturday, and twice on Sunday. Good morning, Gaming 12, AS Gaming 12. Welcome in, welcome in. I just started my live. I just introduced myself. Well, I didn't really introduce myself. I introduced my channel. Mari Lane is my name, and unboxing is my game. Oh, what weird things have been happening? Well, I did an unboxing yesterday from my chair. I'm having pain in my side, so I decided, because sitting at the table after I sit here so long, I get pains. And I get pains by the end of the day, and that tells me when I need to go to bed, or when I need to lay down. So I did an unboxing from my chair, and I came across an item that I ordered. I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to have to go back and look at the invoice, but I don't collect angels anymore. There's no reference to any female angels in the Bible, and it's somewhat, I don't know. I don't want to completely call it idolatry, but to me, for my personal conviction, I just don't want any angels around. But my mother loved angels. So, anyway, I had ordered something that my mother would have loved, and I think I ordered it after she passed away, which was weird. You know how you get, when you're grieving, you get in these weird states of mind. And my mother passed away on Good Friday. So this box had been sitting here for a couple of months, if not 4. And I'm going to have to go back and see. I did go back and see that it did indeed order the item. And it was a pair or set of hearts with pastel colors. with two angels or cherubims on the well, they weren't strictly cherubims. They weren't showing their booties, but they had um, scarves or whatever covering their private parts. But the implication was they were naked baby angels. Okay, but anyway, I have my stand sitting on the corner of my end table to the right of my chair, and when I brought that first heart out with those angels on it, my phone stand tipped over for no reason. I did not touch it. I went back to try to put my phone on it. It wasn't stable, it wouldn't stay stable. And there was nothing different. Nothing had changed in that room whatsoever. The fan wasn't turned on or off. The air conditioner didn't kick on and off. Nothing changed about the stand, its position. Nothing changed about the table. But when I opened up that angel heart, that stand fell off the table. And when I paused the camera and went back, I had to reposition that stand. It changed the angle on my part too to get it to stay there. It would just not stay where it had previously been under the exact same conditions. And I just really, really thought that was weird. And so, yesterday, one of the reasons I didn't have a live was because I had a delivery coming. It's just a regular copper phone stand. Matter of fact, it's a simple phone stand, which makes it even more weird. If it had been a complicated phone stand with lots of moving parts, I mean, it's not this one. This stand is different, but this other one is copper, but like this without the padding and stuff. And the only thing it does is tilts like this. And it takes a firm hand. No, this isn't ashes. My mother's ashes were interned in another state. This is just a plain jar for the kitchen, and I've got little folk dolls in here. But this phone stand was not located here. The phone stand was located on a table next to my chair, and the only adjustment you could make with it, well, I don't want to, was the same as this one, where you could go like this. You just, that's the only adjustment on it, and that adjustment had not been made. But anyway, the gentleman that came in to make the delivery, I gave him a crystal statue of Jesus. So I gave him the crystal statue of Jesus, and the he was Catholic. I didn't know he was Catholic before this. And he was just like, oh, this is beautiful. And he said, this is the heart of Jesus. And I never really understood why Catholics had, when they had a statue of Jesus or something, not all statues of Jesus or depictions of Jesus are this way, but they have the heart in the center, just a regular, like Valentine heart. And they do that on depictions of Mary as well, when she's not holding baby Jesus, and some when she is. And he said it's El Concardo de Jesus is how you say it in Spanish, the heart of Jesus. I probably pronounced that wrong. But anyway, when he left, and after he explained that to me, I found a prayer about the heart of Jesus. And evidently, when Catholics pray to the heart of Jesus, they're praying, everything they pray for goes into the heart of Jesus. And it's like people from, he said, 100 countries are praying for you, because that one person that's praying prayed into the heart of Jesus. And I never knew that. So I tried. I was curious where the heart of Jesus. No, it's not ashes. It's folk dolls, but it's just a regular kitchen jar. It's not an ash jar. Um, but So anyway, I went back through my videos to find where I had unboxed the heart of Jesus and which reseller it came from, if it came from a Catholic reseller or not. And it did. But the end of the video is when I'm unwrapping it. And when I'm unwrapping the heart of Jesus in this video, at the very end, I go, oh no. And so anyway, and the video just stops. Well, I have like 1,500 unboxing videos. So it took about 20 minutes to try to find the first video that ended with that oh no, with no explanation, to find, and then I took another amount of time, I didn't really time it, to find the second video. And in the second video, all I said was I was doing the unboxing, and when I was doing the unboxing, the camera froze. I looked at the camera. I just happened to look at the camera, and the camera froze. So anyway, we don't have any human ashes in our home, sir. I'm sorry, this is Miss Southern Belle. Welcome in, welcome in. I hadn't seen you in a while. I was listening to someone talk about the mustard seed yesterday and thought about you. Yes, happy Friday. I come to find out that at the time of Jesus, the mustard seed was not considered, it's thought about like we would think about kudzu in the South, that, if you plant it, you're just going to have plenty of it, which kind of adds a level to the whole mustard seed parable. But anyway, so those are the weird things that have been happening. The camera froze on me when I opened that statue of the crystal figurine of Jesus with the heart of Jesus in it. And also my camera stand, and my camera fell over when I was unboxing angels on let me see if I can find them. I hate to do this. I hate to call. You're a Thunderbolt prototype. I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to us, Marty? Can you bring me one of those hearts with the angels on it? It's near the TV.
Hearts with the angels on it?
Yeah. They're just about 4 or 5 inches tall.
Oh,
They've got just one of them.
Okay.
They have pastel angels on them.
These little, yeah.
Yeah, the cherub. Oh no, I remembered them differently. Okay, these are very Victorian angels. Thank you, Marnie. Oh, they actually have dresses and books in their hands, like they're singing hymnals. Maybe the other one's different. There were 2 of them, but this is the what I was unwrapping, when my phone stand just fell into the floor with no explanation. And that same day, that gentleman, I had given him that statue of the heart of Jesus. And I went back and looked, and there was this technical issues. I mean, I know I have a lot of technical issues, but it was just weird to me. And I just don't know what I'm going to do approaching Halloween. I have allowed for some Halloween decor. See, this came from the reseller lived in Louisiana when I bought this from them. Oh, well, they still do. Let me see if I can get. This is some department store that went out of business years ago. But when my mother moved to my brother's house, there were all kinds of angels here, and I gave them away to people at church. And there's only, I think, one angel that's been in my home since then. It's in an oil painting. It's that depiction of the angel watching over the two little children walking across a rickety bridge wearing old clothes, and there's a storm and all that. That's true. It is too early for it, but if you're going to have Halloween decor, it's well, Thanksgiving starts earlier and Christmas starts at Thanksgiving. So, but if you are hanging out with in the reseller community, Q4 has already started, which is Christmas. So it's popular to have Christmas in July sales, and it's also popular to sell Halloween and Thanksgiving a couple of months early because you got people with monthly boxes, and then you got to invoice and ship that, and then most people ship ground, so it's not unreasonable for it to take weeks. I don't like to do business with people that take weeks to get me what I bought at auctions, but at the same time, the post office in itself can be mysterious on what they do with your packages, especially if you're shipping ground to Ground Advantage. You don't necessarily get that package within a week or two. When I lived on a different part of town, I was 5 miles from the airport. So I checked the tracking on my package, and that package was within 5 miles of my home. It was on the hub closest to me. Jacksonville has 3 or 4 big postal facilities or hubs, where most places they have one hub in a certain area of the state. But Jacksonville has 1 million people approximately. So we have 3 or 4 hubs, and we have 2 huge Amazon warehouses. Of course, that's not relevant to this, but it came to the hub, and then it went back out to the airport and flew to Richmond, Virginia. Okay. And then I had to make 3 phone calls and wait for hours to get somebody on each of those phone calls, and finally got it redirected to Jacksonville. It took 2 months. And within a week, that package was within 5 miles, speaking in a Euclidean manner, from where I was sitting. And so right now, if you want Halloween stuff, you should be ordering your Halloween stuff and planning your Halloween decor. And that's how people look at it. Yes, it is. It's very pretty. And I was ordering this for my mother, or I ordered it after she passed, knowing that this is something that she would have loved. But I don't collect, and I was just weirded out by it, and it was just so weird that my phone fell over during that unboxing. I was just like, okay. So I don't know. It's got, looks like yellow roses. Do you think those are roses? My mother had a friend that died well over a decade ago that loved yellow roses. And every time we saw yellow roses when we were together, and when each of us was not together, we would think of this lady that liked these yellow roses. And I love the blues. So I don't know what was going on, because it's like the air changed when I opened this. And it's weird to have something physical happen when nothing physical had changed. So I don't know. I don't know what message I'm being told, but that was definitely unusual. I will say that. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these now. I don't really want female angels in my environment. So I made an exception for that one painting because that painting belonged to my grandmother. The only thing I have in my home that reminds me of my grandmother are this hummingbird painting. I got this year from Jim and Julie McIntyre. And it's a small oil painting. But when my grandmother died, my mother tried to give me all of these hummingbird things. And I told her, I said, I understand that you're trying to make me her, but I'm not her. And I don't want any hummingbird things. I wouldn't have minded a few before, but now that you've tried to inundate me with hummingbird things and buy new hummingbird things, not just the stuff that came from, Granny's place, I don't want them at all because you're trying to make me someone else. And people do that. When someone dies, they try to make someone else their replacement mother or their replacement grandmother or whoever is gone, and it doesn't work. I remember when my father passed away, my mother would get mad at me because we would talk about what to do with the house, painting and repairing and, upkeep and all of that. And a couple of times she yelled out my father's name at me like I was him. But it was so funny because it was the same kind of discussion she would have had with him about it. I guess I ended up being, more the pragmatist in the family in this generation. And that was so funny. But anyway, I'm just going to pray a lot because, strange things are happening around here. And I want to keep on top of it. And I want to keep, even clumsy things from happening. It's just like, what is going on? It's a beautiful piece. It's just that, it's something I need to put in God's hand, and I don't need this material thing to remind me of all that. And yet, I ordered it when I was grieving for my mom. So I don't know. Grief puts you in different states of mind, and it's a process of healing. I thought, okay, in a week I'll be fine, and a month I'll be fine, and 3 months I'll be fine. And not necessarily so, because here's something I set into motion months ago that has come up to remind me of my grief and kind of all the odd things that happen between people in relationships. And so this will definitely be donated or given away. But that is that. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.